know what time it is. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Hannibal High School's graduation ceremony. We're so thrilled to have you all join us here tonight as we celebrate the hard work, dedication, and achievements of our graduating class of 2025. At this time, I'd like to ask you to silence your phones, stand and face the American flag as we honor America with the playing of the national anthem. You may be seated. Tonight, we honor not just the graduates, but also the families, friends, teachers, and staff who have supported them throughout their journey. We are especially grateful to the parents, guardians, and family members whose unwavering belief and encouragement have been instrumental in these students' successes. Graduates, you are about to embark on an exciting new journey. As you step into the next phase of your lives, remember that the lessons you have learned here extend far beyond textbooks and classrooms. They include resilience, critical thinking, collaboration, and a lifelong love of learning. These are the tools that will guide you through life's challenges and opportunities. Believe in yourselves, stay curious, and never stop striving for excellence. The future is bright, and you are well prepared to make a meaningful impact on the world. Graduation is more than just a ceremony. It is a rite of passage. It marks the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. It is a testament to the hard work and determination of our students and the unwavering support of our families and educators. Let us celebrate this wonderful achievement. Graduates, as you move forward, carry with you pride of your accomplishments and the knowledge that you are capable of achieving great things. Cherish the memories you have made here at HHS, the friendships you have forged, and the knowledge you have gained. Thank you all for being here tonight. As we move forward, let us embrace this new chapter with optimism, purpose, and a spirit of lifelong learning. Congratulations, class of 2025. We are incredibly proud of you and excited to see what the future holds for each of you. Let me begin by introducing the members of the Hannibal Board of Education, here seated on the platform before you. First, Janelle Lee, President. Blaine Mundell, Vice President. Tysa Coleman, Treasurer. Dr. Jeff Evans, Stacy Graves, Ron Greenwell, and Ann Lear. Others sitting before you are Megan Carr, Assistant Superintendent, Ted Sampson, Chief Operations Officer, and Jason Nolan, Principal of Hannibal High School. Our student speakers will be introduced more formally in a moment. This evening, I have the great honor of introducing a very special guest, and I'm going to call him an honorary pirate. I think he's earned that. Chris Dewar has served as the sports director of KHQA for the last 30 years, beginning his career in the Tri-States back in 1995. Originally from Sacramento, California, Chris graduated from the University of Missouri in 1991 with a bachelor's degree in broadcast journalism. After a 2-year stint as assistant sports director at KRCG-TV in Jefferson City, Chris moved to the Tri-States, where he has been enthusiastically covering local sports ever since. His work has been recognized numerous times over the years by the Illinois and Missouri Broadcasters Associations and the Iowa Newspapers Association. Dewar was awarded the prestigious Distinguished Media Service Award in 2019 and has been enshrined as a media member in both the Missouri and Illinois Basketball Coaches Association Hall of Fame. Chris is married to his lovely wife, Angie, and they have 2 children, Taylor and Carson. But his most proud achievement, I understand, is being called Pop Pop to his grandchildren, Banks and Isla. Please join me by welcoming Chris to the podium.
Well, good evening, Hannibal. No, that's not quite right. Let me see if I can get a better tone for this tonight. Can I get a mulligan, maybe a do-over here? Give me 1 second. Tip top of this Thursday evening, everybody, and welcome to Hannibal commencement exercises for the graduating class of 2025. I have got to tell you, this is one of the great privileges and honors of my entire 30-year career, to stand before you and to be among the first to congratulate all of you on this momentous achievement that you have arrived at tonight. And for me, I want to ask one favor of all of you tonight as we move forward. From tonight through your last graduation party, I beg of you to please be in the moment, especially the high achievers and athletes among you, because your minds are also driven to accomplish what's next. We're terrible in the society at self-celebration, and you have earned every bit of the adulation and the joy that you have crafted through your 4 years here and through your lives. So I hope you will take this moment to reflect on all you've done. And I know, especially with athletes, it's always never be satisfied and move on to what's next. But I think in this world sometimes we forget that effort is often victory. And if you were going to take a flight tomorrow to Nepal and scale Mount Everest, you're not just going to start walking up the hill, hire a Sherpa, and not stop until you get to the summit. What you're going to do is you're going to take some mandatory breathers and look around at where you've come and how far you've risen in this world. And I hope over the course of the next couple of weeks, you will take inventory of how far you've risen, because it's made us all incredibly proud of you. From a standpoint tonight of being here, this is a moment for you, the first real moment in your lives of self-determination. And for some of you, that's incredibly exciting. You've been fighting your entire life to be free, because whatever comes next is of your doing, and is limited only by the strength of your vision, the scope of that vision, by your volition and your ability to put sweat on your brow to chase the things in the world that you want the most. You are bound by nothing, and you have a chance to be everything you want. But for some of you who I'm talking to specifically tonight is a pivot, and it's a little scary. And some of you in this world may not know exactly what the journey is going to be from this point forward. And that's kind of why I'm here tonight. I'm hoping over the course of the next few minutes to share with you a few pieces of advice I've picked up in my 54 years on this planet. Actually, in point of fact, in about 4 hours, it will be 55 hours on this planet. I'm turning 55 tomorrow. I know you can't believe it, fresh-faced young pup that I am. There was a time I actually had flowing locks of blonde hair many, many moons ago. A lot of coverage took that away. But from the standpoint of this, I've learned to really lean into aging, and what they don't tell you in life is it's kind of fun. I got the letter, and some of the older members of the crowd will know what I'm talking about. I got the letter this year, and my wife, who was younger, came skipping up, literally skipping up the driveway from the mailbox, holding the letter that said, American Association of Retired People. And she was shaking it like a Polaroid picture. And she came up to me, and she didn't call it AARP, she called it ARP, but knowing my fondness for what you kids would consider old school hip hop, she fell into the old pattern as Tretch from Naughty by Nature and asked me, are you down with ARP? And I had to look her in the face and sheepishly say, yeah, you know me. Don't marry younger or sarcastic. But also, I'm discovering some of the joys of this and the fact that I can now eat dinner at 4 o'clock and I get a discount to do this, which is awesome. I'm home in my bed by 6 o'clock on nights I'm not working. And also tomorrow I plan on celebrating my birthday by standing out in my yard in my Bermuda shorts with my tube socks pulled up over my knees and threatening any one of you kids who steps on my yard. It may sound curmudgeonly, but even for a yucklehead like me, there is some wisdom in the journey, and that's what I want to share with you tonight. 4 pieces of advice I hope to offer all of you, in the sheer hope that maybe 1 or 2 of these things will resonate and land with you and maybe help you avoid a couple of the pitfalls of life. And the first is stolen, and it's the most important piece of advice I've ever been given in this world, and it came to me from my father from about the age of 7 on. My dad, for a little quick backstory, worked in the pharmaceutical industry as a headhunter. For those who aren't aware, that's somebody who finds people jobs, but that's really a euphemism for somebody who goes out into the world and poaches employees from other companies with the lure of bigger salaries. That's a really interesting dynamic in the fact that my dad was dealing with some of the highest paid people in big pharma, CEOs, CFOs, chief chemists, the people who have all the trappings in this life of what a big salary will get you. Beautiful home, big cars, $100,000 or more vacations in the world. And what my dad took note of in that particular instance was that a lot of those people weren't satisfied with their lives, that they were dissatisfied because they had not found their calling in this world. So the first piece of advice I have for you is that life is too short to work a job you don't love. Not a job that you tolerate, not a job that pays the bills, but a job that sings to your soul. I happen to be one of the few rare, fortunate people in this world that gets to wake up on a Monday and be excited about what I do in this world. And I want that for you, because you're going to spend 60% of your adult life at work. That can be drudgery, or it could be something that sings to your soul. And while I think we as a society do an amazing job educating you, you have unbelievable teachers here in Hannibal, and administration that cares about you, and coaches. What we don't do a very good job of is preparing you to be who it is you're supposed to be in this world. I'm a firm believer that the passions that you have, the good Lord put in you as a magnetic north to what your future is supposed to be. So if you have some confusion, the answers to life may not be found for you in a college course catalog or in a list of potential jobs in a trade school or in the military. The only person who can answer that question for you accurately is you. So I ask you tonight, if you have some confusion, some trepidation about your future, answer one of 2 questions before you go to sleep tonight. Either ask yourself, what is it I would do in this world if they would pay me to do it that I would love to do forever? Or, more metrically, if you don't want to answer that question, ask yourself, what is it that I love most in this world, and how can I make that a job? What are the things that I do in this world when there are no impositions on my time that I can do? And that will lead you to the answer. Look, we have a drug and alcohol crisis in this country because people are trying to shake and escape their own lives, and that's the saddest thing ever. You know, these are people who hate their jobs that are trading 5 days of their life for 2. And as anybody knows who's ever hated a job, most of a Sunday, if you hate your vocation in this world, is spent ruining having to go back to work. The life that you lead doesn't have to be that way. You are so talented and powerful, and if you are willing to jump ahead and plot your own course, you can be anything you want to be, and you can derive great joy from this life. So please consider it. I know it sounds selfish. I know it sounds directed, but at the end of the day, your journey is yours and yours alone, and you deserve the best journey you can possibly make in this world for yourself. Number 2, and this one is mine, the most important verb in the English language, and I discovered this early, fortunately, is over-deliver to everyone in your life and everything that you do. Whether you like it or not, a lot of this world is transactional. People are constantly weighing, either consciously or subconsciously, your value to them. If you are a toxic person, oftentimes those are things in this world that will make those people cut you off. But if you give people more of yourself than they ever expect, that's great value. In your working relationships, that's the way you amass value. Do the work of 5 people, and they can't replace you, and then they have to pay you. There's not a bad relationship romantically in this world if you're giving more of yourself than you think you have. And my favorite business model for this, and I'm sorry, food is my love language. I got to apologize in advance. I wish I had some Fortune 500 company to quote for you. But my favorite business model in the world is Five Guys. You guys all familiar with Five Guys? Good burgers, really great fries. But it's the methodology of Five Guys that fascinates me, because you go there, you order your burger, they put it in that bag, they wrap it in tin foil, and the bag gets greasy and wet from all of that still seamy goodness. And then they put the fries in. But it's the thing that you do last before you take your order away that I love the most. Before my man sends you off into the world, he reaches under the fryolator and pulls out a tin of 15 to 20 extra fries and dumps them into the bag. So when you're driving and you think, oh my gosh, I've driven, I've eaten everything, you reach into the bag and you find those 6 or 7 extra fries. What's better in this world than bag fries? I want you to be bag fries in other people's lives. Give them a joy they didn't expect in surprise at a moment that they didn't expect it. Number 3, and this is more of a doer directive than a tip in this world. At every instant you can, hold the door open for people. And thank them when they hold it open for you. I used to get really mad when I held the door open for people and they didn't say thank you, and then I realized in this world that for some of those people, me holding the door open for them is the only joy they've received that week, or in any week. Some people in this world are incredibly miserable and they don't know joy because other people don't take a half step towards kindness with them. We desperately need you. We've seen your teamwork, we've seen your inclusiveness, we've seen your passion in all the things that you do, scholastically, athletically, academically, and within the arts. And you all have incredible passion and talent, but we need you to fix this world that we've screwed up. We, the adults in the room, are also divisive over everything. Politics, race, religion, creed, sexual orientation. You guys have figured it out. You need to lead. You are the passion that leads us forward. And I hope that you will, because we desperately need you. Your kindness, your actions towards your fellow man make us better. And that's what makes me incredibly proud of you. And the last one I have for you tonight before I leave you, and this is not a directive, this is a doer demand moving forward. I've sat in those chairs twice now. This is one of the hardest times to be a parent that exists in this world, because it's becoming soberingly obvious to all of the folks here who are your caregivers and parents and grandparents that you don't need us to hold your hand anymore. That's a really hard realization to come to, and we're all super proud of who you've become. And we've watched you and we've nurtured you, and parenting is sometimes unforgiving, but it's sometimes a thankless business. I just want you to hug your parents tonight and tell them thank you, because none of you are here tonight without them. You have amazing parents, you have amazing caregivers, and they have put you on your own personal path to greatness, which I have been, especially with you athletes, I've been afforded a front row seat to your development. Not just as third basemen and quarterbacks and javelin throwers, but as the future of our country and the future of our society. And that's the thing that's really affirming about the job I get. I spend every night in my job trying to redeem a newscast. The first 10 minutes of a newscast is about all the bad that goes on in the world. And I always picture an old couple sitting out there and going, these kids today, after watching the first 10 minutes. And then I get to show up for 3 minutes and show them all of you and all you've achieved and all you've accomplished, and remind them that the tenets that made the greatest generation great in our society are alive and play with you. And that's awesome. That's hope. That's the hope I get to sell, and I guess from the bottom of my heart to all you athletes especially out there, not to exclude the incredible people here with their scholastics and their arts, but thank you for allowing me to give a vision of hope to sell our area. And I know that some of you will be here forever, and that's great, and some of you will go out into the world and take your gifts someplace else, and you're going to take a little piece of the Tri-States with you and make that place better by way of us, and that makes me proud as well. And that's all the advice I have to offer, guys. You're so smart and so brilliant and so talented and so gifted. You're going to make the world a better place. I've seen it personally. And I can't wait to see what you become. So in that journey, Pirates, moving forward, I wish you Godspeed. And if I can help you in any way, I'll probably be across the street at Saints Avenue, likely before 4 o'clock, over by the chocolate fountain. You can hit me up. But I don't think you'll need it. I think you guys are so strong and so powerful that you'll get this done. So go out and be great, Hannibal Pirates. I wish you endless karmic, I should say. I wish you endless karmic bag fries in your journey through life. And all I ask is that you stay off my lawn. God bless you, and go be great, Pirates.
Thank you, Mr. Dewar. That was amazing. That was amazing. Our first student speaker tonight is my honor and privilege to introduce our first speaker, Aubriel Krigbaum. Aubriel is the daughter of Lance and Brenda Krigbaum. During high school, Aubriel was involved in many clubs, activities, and volunteer work. She has helped with Salvation Army bell ringing, food drive, Adopt a Highway, and the Humane Shelter. She is a part of a varsity tennis and basketball team. Aubriel was a 3-time all-conference selection, district singles champion, all-state, and placed 8th in state in tennis. Aubriel has earned many awards and scholarships, and I encourage you to look at those in your commencement program. Aubriel was a part of the National Honor Society, National Technical Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society, Student Council, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Key Club, HOSA, Future Health Professionals of America, and Environmental Club. After high school, Aubriel plans to attend Missouri State University and major in biology. Then she will pursue a physician's assistant graduate program. Sorry. Come on up, Aubriel. Sorry.
I probably need this, don't I? Well, good evening, families, friends, and fellow graduates. Sadly, that's going to be very hard to follow. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't have any Krigbaum-isms, like the Dewar-isms, or any Krigbaum demands. I mean, I do, but I don't think you want to hear them. I would like to start with some thank yous. I would like to thank our faculty and staff for laughing at me when I got a call from a scary man and hung up, which happened to be a scholarship committee, as well as those other things like dealing with us being last minute on scholarship days, making sense of our attendance appeals, which I know our senior class had a lot of those, and trying to make our last 2 weeks memorable. My parents as well, because I truly have some of the best, and they have been some of my biggest support system through it all. Whether that was listening to my random karaoke, my harsh movie choices, and never failing to show up to any of my activities, making sure nothing would limit me from pursuing any aspiration I wanted to. My coaches, I never knew the weight of some words held until meeting some of my past coaches. I never knew the word baseline could instill so much fear in someone. Like instilling Coach Gaines for teaching me that we're capable of more than what we believe. Coach Q showing me that sometimes you need to be in the valleys to appreciate when you get to those hilltops. And oh, Coach Rick, always reminding me that it might help to use your racket when playing tennis. Ultimately, I would like to thank God. I wouldn't be who I am, act how I do, or have been able to do any of this without him, especially standing up here in front of you all. It took a lot of prayers. I would just like to start by saying how surreal this is to me. I know, cliche. Today is the day we wait for, but don't ever think will come as quick as it has. We plan for it from the day we set foot in the school freshman year when we realize it's not High School Musical anymore and no one is going to randomly serenade you in the hallway. All the way until this final week. I was tasked with a speech about 2 weeks ago. I had already been called down more in that week than my whole high school career to the office. Sadly, one was to Miss McCoy's, which was pretty scary. Anytime I got a note in class, especially Mr. Barnard's, there was usually a 10-minute pep talk to get me out the door. If you know Aubriel well, she was indeed crashing out. Mr. Nolan then informed me of the speech I was voted to give. I've come to find our faculty is amused by scaring me. After hearing this, I began researching what even goes into a good commencement speech. A common theme among them was to have a great opener, so, hey, check, yeah. These speeches are made to describe the whole class's experiences and accomplishments. After pondering for countless hours what to write, I came to an inevitable truth. It's impossible. There's no way to measure every single one of these students' accomplishments. We have kids who have worked towards a pilot's license, our EMTs, welders, broken school records. We are a class who has overcome so many daunting things, including a pandemic, acne, self-tanning, 30-minute talks about sports with a teacher I will choose not to name, and barstool posts and sitting through this graduation here today. I would talk about stress management techniques, but the last time I got stressed out, I bought Post Malone tickets for finals week, so love you, Posty. Today is a day I know I've put off in my mind as well as a speech. Senior year has made me a procrastinator, not of work necessarily, as I'm the type to sweat over an A-. I've always taken homework literally, as I've always been more of an in-class podcast for everyone else. You're welcome to my teachers. I put off things that mean it's coming to an end. I bought my prom dress the day of, turned my tennis jerseys in yesterday. So actually that happened this morning. I think I thought really high of myself when I wrote this speech, but it's okay. This year has taken me, someone who has to have it all figured out and planned out, and changed my perspective. After the loss of my cousin Bella at just age 19 in the fall, I had some really hard realizations in life. I questioned whether the field I had chosen was for me, whether me going away to school was selfish, and how to cope. I felt like I was off my path, not made for this season of life. It truly had turned my family's life upside down. Someone who is so full of life and has so much to offer, just gone. They said that life is what happens when you're so busy making other plans, and I've truly come to believe this. After this, I realized that we need to stop taking all the seconds, hours, and days for granted. Bella lived life to the fullest, and I learned so much from her and the stories people had about her. They even made a drink that we can go to her favorite place just to think about her, so everyone will know the impact she had on people. During this time, I stumbled upon one of my favorite verses, Esther 4:14, which reads, "Perhaps you were made for such a time as this." This comes from the story of Esther, where she realizes that her position as queen is not a coincidence, but an act of God to help her save her people. In our own lives, we may feel like we're in the wrong spot, that things are always against us or just not how they should be. We are stripped of our daily tasks of picking out who to play with at recess, what toys we want, and when our next nap is. In my case, I would pick out awful outfits and think I was really cute. Those have been replaced by responsibilities of picking a career, a college, a major, and in my case, maybe a better outfit. Except these robes we're wearing that make us all look like we're in the church choir. We are expected to know where our life will lead. It's very easy to fall in a place where you don't think you're doing enough, being enough, or that you should have it all figured out. But the truth is, no one does. Life rarely works out the way we plan. We are all just people waking up every day to try our best. Last Friday, we had our elementary tours, and from this I got a little more of a realization where I see myself in the future. I was so happy all my service and action kids wanted to make me signs and take pictures. I also found out this day that there's a video on YouTube about me, so if anyone knows what that is, please see me after the ceremony. I'm very concerned. On the bus, I began looking through these, feeling like a celebrity among the validation I'd gained from some 7-year-olds. I stumbled upon one that had me behind bars. I'm going to act like it means they'll miss me so much that that's how they're going to keep me to stay. It had a rainbow and said, "Happy congratulations," so I'll act like it's a good thing. After asking the expertise of my 7-year-old nephew, he said that it was a pirate flag with my face on it. So the medical field is still looking pretty good. The other night, amidst being locked in the back of County Market with a group of friends due to the tornado warning, some things came to mind. First, wow, it really stinks back here. Second, is this what it feels like to be a hostage? And third, I don't know if I'll see these people after graduation. These last 2 weeks, we've crammed so much lost time with the people in our class. We've met people we've never encountered within our 4 years, whether that was in a good way or with a water gun to your face. Thanks, Darren. While we may have never encountered everyone within this short time given, we are still connected by 4 numbers, the class of 2025. Ending in 25, which is probably the percent of you probably listening to me right now, we are one of thousands of classes of 2025, kids crossing the stage, some more graceful than others, a universal experience we share. There's a story from my French class called The Little Prince. Yes, Miss Sternke, I did learn more than just oh la la within 4 years. In this story, the little prince has a rose on his planet. He cares for it, waters it, and protects it. It's his rose. One day he goes and explores the other planets when he gets to one that upsets him. On this planet, there are hundreds of rows of roses just like his. He doubts the importance and significance that his rose once had. Then he remembers why it's special, because it's his. In our lives living Hannibal, we will find hundreds of people doing the same thing as us. We'll find that we aren't the only ones becoming doctors, engineers, McDonald's workers, or majoring in business administration. All of those kids are sharing the same laughs we've had, their last pictures with their friends, last dances, last practices and games, things we have held on to for our time in this school district. Things that have made us feel safe, that have been familiar, are now in the past. So much has happened in these short 4 years, whether it be in the way we look, talk, or carry ourselves. We've made friends, lost some, and found our people who are worth keeping around. We've shared experiences of getting on the wrong bus, slipping on ice every year and going straight home, and embarrassing yourself by rolling on a stage in a boat for a talent show. Oh wait, that was just me. All of these experiences, you think of the people. In 10 years, no one will remember this speech, hopefully, the awards you won or your class rank, but truly who you are and how you made them feel. Something I like to live by is treat every first impression like a last. Hannibal High School allowed us both ends of that deal. Truly displaying that even when you get past this and become just another graduate from the class of 2025, you can think back on where you came from, which is what makes it so special. Being the only Hannibal, Missouri class of 2025, Hannibal High School, to quote the great Pee Wee Herman, it's been real and it's been fun, but it's time for us to leave this to you. Seniors, it's been a long time coming, but enjoy it because it's happening, and I'm so humbled and thankful I got to be a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Aubriel. Now it is my honor and privilege to introduce our next student speaker. Our next speaker is Jiren Landis. Jiren is the son of Adrian Landis and Aaron Bastian. Jiren has been involved in many sports, clubs, and activities including football, track, band, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Health Occupation Students of America, Key Club, National Honor Society, and National Honor Society, Technical Honor Society. Jiren receives honors such as All-State Football, was a section leader for the band for 3 years, and the rising historian for Rho Kappa. Jiren has done volunteer work for Salvation Army bell ringing, food drives. He is going to be going on a mission trip to Ireland this summer. Jiren will be attending the University of Central Missouri this fall and majoring in kinesiology with a focus in physical therapy. Let's give Jiren a warm welcome as he comes to the podium.
There's a lot of people here. All right, before we get started, I just want to give a shout out to one special person. It's that beautiful lady up there, that's recording me. I just want to say I love you, Mom. All right. Good evening, faculty, family, friends, and the outstanding class of 2025. Finally, after years of exams, projects, long essays, and a raging caffeine addiction, we're finally done. Tonight is a milestone. It's a finish line and a starting line all at once. While it's easy to get caught up in the celebration, I want us to stop for just a moment and look around. Really, look around. Look at the faces here with you, in the crowd, in the rows beside you. Think about the people who helped you get to this seat today. Maybe it was your parents or guardians, the ones who taught you some of life's first and most important lessons. They helped you take your first steps, learn your first words, and understand the basics of how to navigate the world. As you grew, they continued to guide you, encouraging you before big tests, offering perspective during tough moments, and reminding you that one mistake does not define your path. They taught us perseverance, responsibility, and how to keep moving forward no matter the challenges. Maybe it was the faculty, the teachers who stayed after class to help you understand, who pushed you when you wanted to give up, and who believed in you sometimes when you didn't even believe in yourself. The counselors who listened, the coaches who encouraged, the staff who greeted you every morning like you mattered, because you do. Maybe it was your friends, the ones who studied with you before exams, who stayed up late finishing projects you procrastinated, guilty, who offered advice when you needed clarity, and who stood by you during both the tough days and the good ones. The friends who checked in when you went quiet, who challenged you to be better, and who weren't afraid to be honest with you, and who reminded you that you don't have to figure everything out on your own. Now think bigger. Think about the people who helped your family. The neighbor who watched you and your siblings, the coworker who covered a family member's shift so they could attend your game, the friend who gave you a ride when the car broke down. Whoever and whatever it may be, think about the people behind the scenes who made it possible for your family to support you. Think about the people of this community. Whether you realize it or not, you have never been walking alone. This town, this community is a part of who we are. We were blessed to grow up here in a place where people care, in a place where neighbors become family, faculty become mentors, and friends become the reason you kept showing up. Because, let's be honest, it definitely wasn't the chicken we had every day for lunch. But thank you to the lunch ladies, though. You guys do good. We are not just a graduating class. We are pirates, and a pirate is more than just a mascot and a logo. Being a pirate means we look out for each other. We lift each other up when someone's struggling and celebrate together when someone succeeds. It means showing up even when it's hard. It means helping your classmates, encouraging your teammates, and standing beside your friends. Not just when things are easy, but when things get real. It means knowing that strength isn't just about doing it on your own. It's about leaning on the people who care and being that same person for someone else. We learned that here on this campus, in this town, and with these people, that's what it means to be a pirate. More importantly, that's what it means to be us. As the saying goes, once a pirate, always a pirate. And as we move forward into whatever comes next, college, work, the military, or just taking some time to figure it all out, I hope we never forget that. I hope we never forget who got us here and to be that person for someone else. So tonight, we say thank you. Thank you to those who have shown up, lifted us up, and believed in us. Congratulations, class of 2025. Yes, we made it, but we couldn't have made it alone. We made it together. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you, Jiren. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the commencement ceremony for the 150th graduating class of Hannibal High School. At this time, it is my privilege to recognize all of the senior accomplishments during the 24-25 school year. Those graduates receiving honors and scholarship, please stand. I encourage you to look at your program to see the individual awards and scholarships earned by these students standing before you. Please be seated. The students before you have indicated to us that they are going to obtain more education to prepare for a career, immediately joining the workforce, or serving in our country's armed forces. Group 1, please stand. These students have indicated that they will be attending an institution of higher learning to prepare them for their careers. Please be seated. Group 2, please stand. These students have indicated that they will be going to join the workforce after graduation. Please be seated. Group 3, please stand. These students have indicated that they will be joining the armed forces to serve our great nation. Please be seated. Group 4, please stand. Group 4, please stand. These students have earned enough college credit to obtain their associate's degree already from MACC. Please be seated. Prior to awarding diplomas, I have a few fellow pirates who would like to offer you some advice as you head off into your careers.
Good job, seniors. Congratulations, seniors. You have to be nice when you're grown up. You have to be really nice. Good job.
You just need to remember to be yourself and do your own things.
Be a good friend. Be nice to other people. You have to be nice. Please drink water and be healthy. Always.
Yes.
Graduated. Get a job.
Be yourself and do your own things.
And get some money. Be a good friend. You should spend it on a PS5. Whenever you grow up, you should be elementary school teachers or something like that. Always be kind.
I love it.
Always have fun and be nice to your friends. Think in your brain about being smart. Keep learning until you get it. You can go to college, or you can work at Oakwood, but I'm gonna follow expectations and don't get hurt. Do a good job. Be scared and deep breaths. Sometimes whenever stuff is hard, you can do it. If you ever get sad, just be strong and get over it. Don't forget to brush your teeth. Don't forget to take out the trash. Don't forget to make your bed.
When you get dirty, take a shower so you get cleaned up.
Congratulations for graduating. I love all of them in your seat in college. I hope you have a good time. So when you go home, don't forget to make your bed. You should probably lay on your bed and get some sleep. Once a pirate, always a pirate. Once a pirate, always a pirate. Once a pirate is always a pirate. Once a pirate, always a pirate. Once a pirate, always a pirate. Once a pirate, always a pirate. I want to tell you, you should probably lay on your bed and get some sleep. You have a great life. Once a pirate, always a pirate. Good job. And once a pirate is always a pirate. I hope you do a good job during your graduation. Be a good adult.
A lot of great advice. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time and honor and privilege to inform you that these 206 members of the class of 2025 have met the graduation requirements as set forth by the Missouri State Department of Elementary and Secondary Education and by the Board of Education of Hannibal School District. Including the senior class here tonight and 30 other graduates earlier this year, 22,909 individuals have received Hannibal High School diplomas. At this time, I would like to recommend to the Board of Education and to the Superintendent of Schools, Mrs. Susan Johnson, that each of these candidates of the class of 2025 be awarded a diploma from Hannibal High School.
Jace Thomas Adams. Alyssa Brianne Adkins. Jernan Lewis Ainsworth. Cody Daniel Allen. Zamaya Nicole Allison. Hana Iman Amirdash. Waylon Lee Anders. Ariana Marie Anderson. Kanie Elizabeth Anderson. Philip Gabriel Anderson. Connor Utah Asbury. Kinsey Jane Baker. Amelia Marie Bates. Mobina Behnier. Macy Noel Behrens. Logan Scott Bergman. Calvin Tyler Biggs. Dylan Jace Bach. Zachary John Borer. Ava Grace Bonvillian. Jacob Lewis Booker. Angelis Marie Boswell. Haley Renee Bowen. Carson Henry Brewer. Brooke Nicole Brinkley. Ryan Nicole Brown. Ryan Wayne Bullard. Ethan Michael Burnham. Sophia M. Camargo. Hannah Grace Carlson. Jarek Lee Chaplin. Lincoln James Chaplin. Alex M. Charlton. Alexis Renee Charlton. Andrew Lewis Clark. Austin Lee Closser. Olivia Cobley. Garrett Lee Conrad. Jahala Staciana Lee Crockett. James Lester Culp III. Allie Marie Curtis. Ashley Lynn Davis. Cameron LeBron Davis. Samia Janine Dean. Emery Mark Dewey. Braden Jeremy Dissel. James Henry Dodd. Nathaniel Harriman Dodd. Jaden Briley Dowling Higgins. Colton Andrew Dryden. Connor Eugene Duncan. Amelia Margaret Ebers. Kara Lynn Elsie. Jordan Robert Farr. Leanna Ferris. Michael M. Ferreira. Hannah Fessenden. Samuel Lee Garcia. Blake Andrew Garrett. Samuel Robert Gazaway. Nevaeh Jade Gates. Kennedy Ann Gibbons. Emma Renee Glover. Braza Lachey Grant. Jonathan Elijah Green. Kenya Tyrese Green. Isana Dawn Greenwood. Darren Lee Griffith. Emily Marie Groth. Elizabeth Marie Hall. Abigail Elise Hammock. Paige Keeley Harris. Piper Jane Harvey. Abigail Leanne Hickman. Braden Michael Hill. Aubrey Lynn Hines. Caden Lee Hines. Lily Jane Herner. Ava Georgianne Houghton. Jasmine Unique Howard. Isaiah Harrison Hughes. Riley Nicole Imhoff. Riley Renee Ingram. Joshua Michael Jaworski. Peyton Lee Catherine Johnson. Nevaeh Yvonne Johnson. Elizabeth Terry Johnston. Brooke Lene Jones. Simran Kaur Kandola. Harper Ray Carr. Jackson Ray Carr. Jared Zane Kilburn. Anastasia Riley Nicole King. Kamari Renee King. Hannah Jo Knickerbocker. Sarah Ann Knickerbocker. Elisa B. Lane. Jayliana Lee LaJoy. Thariana Thais Lambert. Jace Dawson Lee. Alana Grace Lemon. Melvin Eugene Lewis. Stormy Elizabeth Lewis. Jared Patrick Locke. Chloe Marie Lovett. Aiden Carter Ling. Abby Nicole Martin. Ismael Martin Becerra. Reyes Enrique Majors Rudis Martinez. Mariah Lynn Mayfield. Sierra Diamond Magruder. Zachariah David McReynolds. Marina J. Miller. Logan Neal Montgomery. Houston Eugene Morrison. Alexis Jade Morris. Justin Michael Morton. Madeline Renee Moss. Tristan Amelia Mudd. Grayson Marcus Miller. David Andrew Munger. Lauren Nicole Munslinger. Brady Aaron Murphy. Peyton Leanne Murphy. Aiden Julian Nagels. Clayton Ryan Nyson. Slade Braxton Nelson. Julia Andrea De Jaquez Newland. Nam Nguyen. Vincent Tyler Nakosha. Tegan Yupin Novel. Aiden Matthew Odom. Grayson Faye Pafford. Taylor Alexandra Painter. Lexus Armani Pang. Kylie Jo Perry. Brandy Marie Powell. Hayden Leanne Marie Purvis. Noah Allen Ray. Carter James Reed. Tara Sue Ellen Reed. Zaria Elaine Reese. Zora Elena Reese. Alexa Marie Ricky. Malaya Nicole Robertson. Eunice Yvette Robertson. Bodie Lee Rollins. Araya Elizabeth Rosser. Kenson James Roth. Austin Brady Salerno. Ana Beatriz Sanchez Aria. Hannah Nicole Schindler. Hannah Piper Self. Kane Ray Service. Aurora Jade Shepherd. Haley Diane Shuck. Braden Riley Simmons. Jacqueline Sue Sims Paget. Haley Renee Smashy. Kennedy Smashy. Brianne Lynn Smith. Aiden Aaron Sebbing. Caleb Robert Spencer. Erica Alexa Steinman. Atticus Brant Sternke. Kendall Ann Stewart. Caleb Riley Stock. Torrance Grace Stockwell. Chastity Elizabeth K. Story Fugate. Malika Marie May Sturm. Michelle Mamie Marie Sidnor. Alexis Marie Ann Tate. Zany Nicole Terrell. Maddox Lewis Tharp. Patience Nicole Thompson. Kobai Hayden Tran. Jersey Jalen Trosper. Ava Marie Pauline Turner. Sophia Claire Vandiver. Remington Cayenne Wallace. Zoe Christine Wasson. Nathan Scott Waters. Dylan Robert Watkins. Darian Marquise Weathers. Kevin Mark Westhoff. Demaya Ann Whitaker. Chance Davion Whiteside. Charisma Catherine Widebrook. Raya Lee Wigfall. Kyrie Chicane Wilkerson. Kamara Amaya Ann Williams. Mara Cecilia Williams. Parker Owen Willing. Abigail Grace Wilson. Amelia Sue Wilson. Evan James Wilson. Kendrick Allen Wilson. William Cash Weingarner. Addison Brianne Wright. Dallas Lee Zimmer. Sydney Joe Zimmerman. John Michael Zupan. Riley Michelle Zupan. Aubriel Annalise Krigbaum. Jiren Wayne Landis.
Seniors, please stand. Seniors, you may move your tassel. Congratulations and best of luck.